Hello YouTube. Time for another sub-episode of The Very Least That I Can Do. Once again, a status report on the status of the project. Okay, so last week didn't go as well as I really hoped it would. Let's see, I'm supposed to post Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I think I kind of posted on Monday, did not post at all on Wednesday, and posted on Friday a day or two late. I think it was a Sunday, but I recorded it on Friday. Didn't record it all on Wednesday. Yeah, that didn't work out very well, did it? It was definitely a learning process. A lot of these videos that I'm posting about the status report involve things that I'm learning. Among them is that, boy, if you really do want to stick to a regular schedule, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you have to have a plan B for everything. Because the reason why I didn't post on, I didn't do anything in advance on Wednesday was because last week is because that was the day that I was going to have, wow, I'll be fresh from the Apple event with the watch and the new iPhones and stuff. And by the way, I'm recording this with the new iPhone 6. Hope you enjoy it. And so, well, I don't want to, people are going to be interested in that stuff, so I don't want to record anything before that. And then it was just so busy that I didn't have time to record anything. So I thought I'd get caught up and had something recorded for Friday. But as I alluded to previously, that was going to be a hellaciously busy week. I had to go I had maybe an overnight back at my house before I had to leave once again for another conference where I was speaking, and that was a talk that I had never given before. I was a last-minute substitute for a speaker who had canceled, and so on the spot, when they asked me if I wanted to talk, came up with a brand new idea, even though it was really ambitious, and it was something I'd never spoken about before, lots of technical stuff, and I was preparing for like a lot of travel besides. So that Thursday was spent just in my hotel room, pretty much going through the slide deck and my notes and getting everything back into shape. But that wasn't really the problem. I was able to just shoot something on Friday. Then I had the wonderfulness of hotel internet, where you finish a video, you try to upload it, and then it tells you how many days it's going to expect before it will be finished uploading, at which point I thought, you know, life is short. I want to leave a legacy for future generations. I don't want that legacy to be a post-it note saying, by the way, make sure you keep this MacBook plugged in and running until 3 years after my death at the latest, because I started a 800 megabyte upload, and unfortunately hotel internet did not manage to fix it and finish in time. But it does show that if you really do want the pride of saying that every Monday, every Wednesday, every Friday, without fail, you have to have stuff in the can and ready to go, and maybe hidden under a private tag, so that if it turns out that you can't do this, you can just pull your phone out of your pocket, access the YouTube app, and just flip that switch from private to public. So, because, man, is it embarrassing when you set this goal and you failed so miserably that week. Hopefully making up for it this week. I'm still a little bit behind. Technically speaking, this video that I posted today should have been, had I stuck to schedule, number 12 in the end of the experiment. I think this was number 11, because I think I posted one earlier this week, and then I posted two related to this new iPhone just today. One was the unboxing video, the other one was a demonstration of what it's like to use a keyboard with the iPhone 6 Plus. So I feel as though I didn't really fulfill the terms of my contract for at least these 11, so I'm definitely going to extend it another week. So I got to not only come up with, make sure I post number 12 this week, I think I also have to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday next week, just to make sure that everything is as I kind of promised it would be. In terms of other lessons learned, when I was posting from the road last week, I have been turning off comments because I've never had positive experiences with YouTube comments. I'm not talking about as someone who posts things, because God knows I haven't been posting much before now. But as a viewer, I've never scrolled, hey, I enjoyed that video. Now I'm going to have even more fun by reading the comments of people who decided to just say whatever they wanted because they decided that someone left the microphone open and there's some sort of audience in front of there. So unfortunately, I passed the thing that I posted one day late last week. Such a rush! I posted it from my phone and forgot to turn that off. And so, oh, okay, comments got turned on. Okay, the world didn't end. So we're gonna keep the comments on just to see what happens. I've been actually kind of enjoying some of the questions and comments that have been posted there. So we'll see how well that goes. Final Cut is still a really great tool to use now that I'm getting more experience with it. I was very pleased this morning because let me tell you about how this morning went. I signed for the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus at around 9:30. By 9:35, 9:40, I was in my studio shooting an unboxing video. I know, I hate unboxing videos too. So long as they're just about, oh, hey look, I've got it, you don't got it, I got the clicks, you don't get the clicks. But it was kind of fun to talk for 18 or 19 minutes about, well, now I can talk about the stuff I've been mentioning for the past week or so, but now I have actual props to show you. Here's what the size is like, here's what that camera bump is like, all that sort of stuff. It was really interesting that, because I had another morning of tight schedule, I had pre-written most of a column that was iPhone 6 Plus related that required an iPhone 6 Plus for the last act, so to speak. I had also agreed to do Aaron Rankin, I believe, British Mac Tech podcast, I think, about the iPhone launch day. So I had a narrow window in which to finish that column, post that column. I had recorded the video, but I had to edit that video and post that video. And boy, you compare how slow it was for me to get something done on day one of this, and now knowing that I know what the shape of one of these videos should be. I know what I really want to put in and what I don't need to actually deal with, and I also know the procedures well enough that it's easy for me to just drop in this video, drop in that video, drop in a title, transition, cut, master and post, and that at one point I was truly podcasting, editing, and finishing this column at the same time. So now I know what it must have been like to be one of those sports writers in the 70s who also has a TV show and who also occasionally does the Dick Cavett show, to be finishing a column in the limo and then interviewing a boxer during the walk from the limo door to the studio and that sort of stuff. It was quite a scene, man. So where does the future go from here? I don't know. I'm looking forward to the next week. I think that it's going to make sense when I get to what I believe to be fulfilling the terms of my contract, so to speak, to come up with a mental list of pros and cons, what I learned, what's valuable to take away. I'm certainly enjoying the creative aspect of doing this. I did that second video today about the keyboard, not just because of service to you, my readers. I felt as though the column is incomplete without a visual reference, so they can see exactly what the experience of writing with this tool is like. It was also, well, gee, how long will it take me after I shot the unboxing, I decided, gee, since I'm here and since this is set up, I may as well shoot some video. I don't know if I'll use it or not. And then after I got a chance to catch my breath, I thought, well, how long will it take me to actually cut this all together? And it only took me maybe 5 or 10 minutes. It was a 3-minute video, and I had something new that I'm actually quite pleased with. I think overall, what I would be pleased with is not individual videos, but the fact that there would be a collection of these things out there. And so I've always liked, as a creator, this idea of baseball, where you get a certain number of at-bats per game, and there's a certain number of games per season. So if you just absolutely see that pitcher throwing that ball in slow motion and you just nail it across the upper decks, great, enjoy that, but realize that will mean nothing when you get your next at bat later on in the game. Similarly, if you totally whiff it and just go right back to the dugout, beat the hell out of the water cooler, but then get ready because you got to go back onto the field. So it's really most impressive when you look at someone who's able to accomplish things over a long continuum of time, rather than saying that one of these things is not very good. I'm hoping you just don't think that one of these things is very bad, and then that's it for me. I'm sorry. I'll do better the next time. But yeah, I was looking at, as an aside, the AV Club had a nice little piece on great individual scenes and the scene that they had from movies, and the scene they'd picked out was Gene Hackman's jailhouse scene from Unforgiven, and it reminded me why I love Gene Hackman. And I thought about this about Donald Sutherland too, that these are actors who have just had one of these amazing careers where they're just always working, always doing interesting stuff. And if they made Superman 2, okay, if you didn't like that, that's okay, because there was Superman 1, there was Unforgiven, there was Heists, there was The Conversation. Donald Sutherland, too, I'm glad that he's now graduated into being the old man, the old gray-haired man behind the desk roles, because it just shows you how good he is, that he had an innate talent that he could just keep expressing throughout his entire life. And I don't know what I've demonstrated as far as what my skills are, but I would like to be one of those guys who can demonstrate that I started publishing in my teens, and they'll put me in a box in my 60s, 70s, or 80s, and hopefully they will see that at some point, once a year, since I started writing, I wrote something useful. So that's what I'm aiming for. And so if I keep doing this video series, I think it would be with that sort of a goal, rather than trying to do one spectacular, well-produced, hey, look, here's my guest Edie Gourmet, and we're going to do a duet together, and then we're going to demonstrate how to cook an omelet using only a Bunsen burner and an empty Jiffy Pop pan. I think I'm more inclined to doing these simple things that hopefully have a certain amount of charm and a certain amount of utility and doesn't waste your time. Project One Way was really great last week. The one with the Rainway, I won't spoil it for you, but I'm saying if you've got access to the Lifetime app, you definitely want to check that out. Definitely will have at least one more of these sub-episodes, because when I finish my contract, so to speak, I'm certainly going to want to do a wrap-up and talk about exactly how it went and what I'm picking up and what I'm going to be doing going forward. Let's see, one more to complete the 12, and then 3 more for next week. So 4 more of these videos to come. So thanks for watching. Thanks for your patience. It's kind of embarrassing watching someone learn. It's not as entertaining as watching a baby fawn trying to walk across ice for the first time, because it's adorable and it's funny at the same time. Me, it's just, oh, so you didn't understand that your webcam has an autofocus feature that you can turn off. Isn't that interesting for someone who claims to be a tech expert, who's actually paid for his tech opinions? Good to know. Thanks for watching.